What is up, guys? Back here today with another video. No, it's been a while. Yeah, I think it's been like 5 months. Like I said, you know, I'm not really that good about making videos. I try to make them like just whenever I just think about it. You know, I've been so busy lately. Got a new job and all this stuff, going to school. You know, I just got out of school actually, doing night classes right now. But anyways, back here with another video to show you guys what's been going on and everything like that. Reason I thought about making this was because I didn't see too many videos on it. The forums, they help, but there's some things that you might need to know or might want to know before you go spend a bunch of money. So today we're just gonna shortly talk about ABS Delete and the Integra. There's the module on the ground. But first I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's happened. I sold my white Civic, my EK sedan. Now I have 9th Gen SI, 2012 SI. Only year they made the 4-door in this body style. A lot of people don't like it. Some people like it. I like it. Originally I didn't really want it, but it was a good deal. I really wanted an 8th Gen SI, a FA5, a 4-door, but this came up, good deal, pretty clean. I mean, it's really clean, but and I couldn't pass it up. I just needed a car to get me around A to B without breaking on me or having troubles, because the Civic just had one thing after another for like a whole month, basically. Just something kept going wrong with it, and this thing is definitely not reliable enough to drive around every day. So sold it, got that. I love it so far. Maybe I'll make a video about that. But then I'll go over this just really quickly. Basically still the same. The hood is now primered. It probably looks white on camera, I'm not sure, but it's gray. The fender is also gray, which you probably already saw. That's primered because the hood and the fender were hella fucked up. As you can see, it looked basically like this. All this nonsense. So that's going to be getting painted soon. I was going to actually spray it, but I don't know. I don't really want to spend the money on paint and everything like that, since especially the rest of the car doesn't look amazing. So I'm probably going to probably just spray bomb it with a just rattle can. Do the hood, that fender, my other bumper and lip over there. Get rid of this garbage. And do the wing, my Type R wing, and the rear valance piece, which is silver. So going to do that eventually. Who knows when that'll be. But other than that, I gutted out the car, completely gutted. I don't know if you can even see that. I don't have a screen or anything on this, so we're just gonna kind of do this. Yeah, so completely gutted. Hopefully you can see that. Just got everything out of it, made it as light as possible. It's kind of just what I've been going for. I like to go fast, I guess. Didn't really, I mean, I know it's not the fastest thing in the world, but I think it's fun. You know, it's not a car that I need to drive at all, because now I have that, so I just do basically whatever I want to it. Hey, check that out. And then what else did I do? Half-sport motor mounts. God, it's been a while since I made a video. Yep, got half-sport motor mounts, solid all the way around. 1, 2, 3. All the way around. That's funny. There's only 3. Anyways. Took that mount out. That's been gone. Tucked harness over here. It's super dirty right now. I was just working on it. Obviously by the title, I'm talking about ABS in a second. So yeah, that's about it. Got spark plug, or the spark plug cover. Skunk 2. Got this cap. Skunk 2 because, you know, my faces of my wheels are gold, even though they don't really match, but I kind of like the red and gold combo. So figured that was like a little thing to do. Alright, but other than that, let's just go ahead and talk about it, and then after, I'll talk about ABS now, and then after I'll talk a little bit more about what's going on. But, so, like I said at the beginning, ABS Delete on Integras. I'll go over why you would want to do that, why not, blah, blah, blah. So, what I believe is that RS and I think LS models did not come with ABS, so a lot of guys don't really have to deal with this. I'm not totally sure on the LS. I know RS models did not come with ABS. I'm pretty sure LS didn't either. I'm pretty sure it was just GS and GSRs that came with what's it called, with ABS. Mine is actually a 95 special edition, which means that it came with ABS. It came with, like, pretty sure the black leather interior. I'm pretty sure that's what the special edition was. And it came white. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I know it's a special edition. So yeah, so mine did have ABS. Obviously you can see I got all fucking module and all these lines sitting on the ground. So if you do want to do this, this is what I did. 94 to 97. If it's 98 to 01, I know it's a little different. I don't really know about it, so don't quote me on this. It's probably similar. But so you have this module, ABS module, sitting right here. As you can see, it's super dirty. I got all these wires using my horn shit. That's all going to get touched, and it's all going to get cleaned. But sits right here. All the lines run all the way back through there and run basically to the master cylinder, front brakes, and that's about it. Those are like the only lines that are different, I guess you could say. So if you want to remove it, and start by taking that off. You want to go, I went to the junkyard, grabbed them off an EG, so 92 to 95 Civic. Doesn't matter, sedan, coupe, hatch, doesn't matter, you can grab them. So what you do need is you need the front lines. So from the hard line that starts here goes up to there, and that hard line that starts up there goes up to there. You need those two. And debatable what the forms say. They say you need the lines that go from the master cylinder to the prop valve, the two lines that do that, because those two lines originally go to your ABS module. So from the form, if you read it, if you're looking to do this, you're going to need two front brake lines and two lines that go from master cylinder to the prop valve, and you're going to need the prop valve. 4040 prop valve is right here. It's 3 lines on top, 3 on the bottom. I know it's a little hard to see, but get a little closer. Hopefully you can see that. Here, let me get a line on it. There it is, 4040 prop valve. And originally what is in that exact same spot is this right here, that little prop valve. So the rear lines on all 94, 97 Integras are the same, no matter if you have ABS or not. So, and there are these two on the right side. So there's only 2 lines on the right, there's 4 on the left, 2 on top and 2 on bottom. So the right lines are the rear brake lines. And sounded like somebody was out there hitting some shit. Huh. Sorry, rabbit trail. So take those off, take off all the lines. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. You just want to literally get rid of everything from the front. All the brake lines from the front, ABS module, take them out. Make sure you leave your rears there. Don't bend them or anything. You're going to need those, obviously. You don't want to have to fuck with those. That'd be just a pain in the ass. So I took all that out, took all that garbage out. I went to the junkyard. I got 2 front brake lines. Well, my dumbass forgets that you need the 2 from the master cylinder. Well, I was like, I live like 30 minutes from pull apart. I'm not going back there to get damn those. And I was like, I got all this hella extra brake line. I was like, I'll just use that. I was like, fuck it. So I put the front brake lines in, I bolt up the prop valve, I get those situated on. I did a little bending, just like a little bit, because I mean it's the same, but to get it out of a car at pull apart, a little difficult because they're all fucking always fucked up. Somebody done messed with it and shit like that. But I got those in, and then on to the task of getting the master cylinder lines to go to the prop valve. So this back one is going to go to your, which one was it? It's the way I remembered it was rear, bottom, front, top. I mean, that's just the best way I remember. You can look it up. Easy diagrams, that's how I found it. But this one fitting on the back of the master cylinder is actually bigger than the rest of the flare nuts, just the normal nuts. It's bigger. I'm not totally sure why. I don't really know. Look that shit up. I just know that it's bigger. It's a bigger nut. That's what you need. So that's what I did. So what I did, instead of getting ones off EG, is I took the stock one that ran from here. These both ran all the way to the ABS module. the whole module. So took those, cut them in half, or cut them close enough to the prop valve, bent them myself, literally by hand, didn't buy a bender or anything like that. I just basically winged it. I mean, it was free, so I said fuck it. I was like, if it doesn't work, then I'll just go to the junkyard and fucking go buy the lines, and that'll be that. So I said fuck it. I was like, I'll just try it. So I rebent it. I went to O'Reilly's, rented out a flare tool. Flare tool, you might definitely look that up. You definitely need one of those because you're gonna have to obviously cut it and rear flare it, reflare it to go into the prop valve. And then I bought a cutter, little $8 cutter. You need to cut brake lines. So you can just rent the tool from O'Reilly's, then bring it back when you're done, and they give you your money back. Piece of cake. So just look up how to flare, because that was definitely, I learned how to flare in school for aviation, but it was a little different because you have to do double flares for these. So look that up, how to do that. But anyways, so that's basically all I did to do ABS delete. Rip all lines out, grab the front lines, 40/40 prop valve, and then just rebent the two lines that came from the master cylinder originally, cut them, rebent them to go onto the prop valve, and then just bleed all the brakes. So that's about it for ABS delete. Figured I'd make a video about that since I haven't really seen that many videos, and it's never really clear on what you can and can't do. So, I mean, they say, half the forums say go buy brand new brake lines from Acura. Well, that's stupid. Why would I do that? It's like over $60. Well, that's what I read. It's like over $60 to buy all the lines. Why would I do that when I can go to pull apart, get them for like $10 and get the prop valve and everything? So that's just the way I see it. Some people don't like putting used parts on their car, when in reality everything's already used on your car, so what's the big deal? Whatever, do what you want, but that's the way I see it. Spend the least amount of money I can and it still worked just fine. But yeah, so that's ABS delete. I guess I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about the car and where it's going right now. Just wanted to get, hey look, a bolt. Wow, I can't believe I saw that just now. I guess I was driving around with that. Not really sure where that went. Oh well. Put it in the miscellaneous bolt drawer. Check that out. So yeah, just want to get that out of the way since I know that's what I labeled the title of the video, so everybody can see that. But yeah, so I already talked about the mounts, the gut interior, got my SI. I relocated my coolant reservoir tank to, let's see, pull out my phone again. I need a damn flashlight. To right there. See if you can see that. I hope you can. There you go. Basically all I did was take some old sheet metal and made a bracket that goes from the stock mount. I think that's where it was. It was somewhere down there, and there was just a stock drilled hole. I think it's for the bumper maybe, or for the fender liner or something, that had a bolt in it. So I just made a bracket, fit the stock mounting unit for the coolant reservoir tank, just bolted that to that. Works like a champ. Just got some new line and it works awesome. I mean, I've been freaking beating the shit out of the car, going fast, hitting bumps, and it's totally fine. So that works, and it definitely helps clean up the bed because that thing's huge and ugly. So I really wish I could have tucked this better, but I mean, I don't really have anywhere else to go, because if I went this way, it'd probably be way too close to the damn header, and then you just have extra line for no reason. So I don't know, that's just kind of what I did. Right now, I really want to do a tuck radiator that goes under the radiator support, so you don't have to deal with any of that, and then it'll be super clear up here. But for now, that works. I made my own little mount, because my whole radiator was zip tied on, like just like my fan is zip tied on. So I made that little bracket out of sheet metal. That works. Yeah, so shortened up my intake a little bit. I don't know if I ever showed that, but it used to be really janky. So shorten that up. I really want to get a longer one now that ABS is gone, put it right here. Kind of take up a little bit more room. And so yeah. But I've actually did obviously painted the valve cover. It was freaking green or blue or whatever the hell that color was, teal or some shit before, some like hand painted crap. So I took it off, repainted it, and then actually ended up taking it off again to hunt down an oil pressure leak. Something I never knew. I actually did rebuild this motor, like I've said before, and I just never thought about it because I never really dealt with B series stuff before. But in the center cam cap that goes across the third cam cap that goes across the cams, because they're connected through the cam cap, is actually an oil pressure, like I don't know how to say it, like passageway, comes up through the head and distributes it to the cams to get oil to it for a higher RPM. And I figured out, and I keep losing oil pressure somehow, so I figured out that could be that O-ring that sits in there to keep a good seal could have been bad. And I changed that out, and it was freaking, I wonder if I still have it. Yeah, I don't really know where it was, but it was freaking flat and brittle and everything. So I changed that out, put it back on. As I was putting it back on, torquing down the cam cap bolts, one snaps off in my head. Where's that at? I definitely still have that. There it is. There it is. Snapped right off. Clean off. Figured out the reason it did that is because the stupid torque wrench I had, not that one, the stupid one I had actually freaking was off, and I didn't know it. I mean, it felt a little off, but didn't feel that off. Those bolts were probably pretty weak anyways, so it freaking snapped that bitch clean off in the head. That was a bitch. That was like a whole 2-day process trying to get that damn thing out. Finally got it out, didn't fuck anything up in the process, put a new bolt in it, got it back together, runs good. Yeah, I mean, it was just ridiculous though, because you know, to take out your cams, to do that, you got to take off the crank pulley, take the alternator belt off, take off the timing belt, take your cams out, retorque them down, redo the timing and everything, which I still need to put a timing gun on it to see if it's where I want it to be at, because I advance it a little bit, get a little bit of advanced timing. But yeah, so if you're ever hunting down a oil pressure problem, you've checked a bunch of things, definitely check that out, that O-ring, because it'll definitely cause some issues with VTEC. So yeah, it seems to be working pretty good now. I have really thick oil in it. I don't know, I think maybe my bearing clearances are too wide, causing the oil pressure to drop. I don't know, car runs good. I'm not worried about it. If it blows up, it blows up. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm not gonna stop beating on it just because I think that something's gonna happen. And I'm not gonna go spending money on rebuilding it when there's nothing wrong with it right now. Plus, it's just a car that sits in my garage. So fuck it. I'll keep driving it. I don't drive far anyways. So, but yeah, I figured out I'd have Type R cams in it. Check those out, because the kid I originally bought it from said it had CTR cams, which he was almost right. It actually has ITR cams. Not really sure what the difference is in the lobe measurements, but I figured out that they're ITR cams. So I mean, I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't know if that even makes a difference or not. Quite honest, because I mean, it's still stock B16 valve springs. It's not the dual ITR valve springs or anything like that. But that's that. Like I said, the interior's gutted. Damn thing is super loud now because it just all comes through the damn cabin. Yeah, I took out my subs out of both cars, took them out the Civic before I sold it, took them out the Integra when I gutted it, got on my carpet, my rear seats and everything like that, out chilling. But this place is a super mess right now. I gotta clean it up, but figured I'd make a video for you guys. Hopefully the ABS Delete helped you out a little bit. So my GoPro decided to just take a shit at the end of that, so but figured I'd just make an ending for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope the ABS content helped you out a little bit, because I know that forums are never really clear on what you do. It just helps to see things like from the bigger perspective rather than just seeing pictures of stuff, and it definitely helps to have somebody tell you that they've done it and you know what you can and can't do, what you need, what you don't need, and just a different side of the story, I guess. But another video dragged on a little bit. Just wanted to cover all the bases of what's been going on in the past couple months since my last video. Still got 240 stuff on my computer for who knows why. Guess I don't really use this computer that much. But if you guys have any questions about anything on the Integra, my SI, or anything that's going on, just let me know. If you got any suggestions for videos, let me know that too. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Take care.